It's time for Culpeper Blue Devil basketball. Good evening, everybody. Dolly Johnston along with Gary Deal. And tonight we bring you to a game between the Culpeper Blue Devils and the Madison Mountaineers from Madison County High School. First time these two teams met back before Christmas, Culpeper took it to them. We're playing at home this time on Madison's court. Could be a difference.
Yeah, it could be a difference, Donnie. I'm expecting a good game. Taylor Fincham is playing tonight. He didn't play last game for Madison. He looks like he's about 6'6" now. I coached him about 4 years ago in AAU. He was a pretty good player then, so I expect him to make a little bit of a difference tonight.
Well, both these teams come in with less than spectacular records. The Blue Devils come in with a record of 6 wins and 11 losses. Madison right on their heels with 7 wins and 10 losses. Ben Braden, Madison's coach, says his team has been coming on, and they're playing at home, so that should give them a little bit of an advantage. But the first time they met, Culpeper was definitely the better ball club.
Yeah, Culpeper handled them pretty easily the first game. I'm interested to see what Amos does tonight. I haven't seen him play in about 3 or 4 games. I'm interested to see how he developed. Has he developed more than the last time we saw him play? I know he had 40 points a couple games ago. I want to see how he's handling the ball, the mid-range game, and taking the ball to the basket. I want to see if he's learning to control himself, maybe not throw up some bad shots, maybe keep his dribble alive. And we know he can shoot from the outside. We know he can shoot that 3, but I can't wait to see how he plays tonight.
Well, you score 40 points, you got to be throwing it up there from somewhere. He got 21 against Madison the first time. Quentin Butler down under. He will be the guy that is guarding your buddy Taylor Fincham, and they should have some head banging going on down there. Also, the Breeden brothers, Dean and Bryce, they are Ben Breeden's sons and Eddie Dean's grandsons, and everybody in Culpeper who has a history with Madison football remembers Eddie Dean, one of the greatest coaches ever to play in this area. So we got a lot of good things going on for us, and we're about ready to come down with the starting lineups and bring you tonight's game between the Madison Mountaineers and the Culpeper Blue Devils. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
We are back at Madison County High School. You just heard the national anthem being played, and we're just about set for the introduction of the starting lineups for these two teams, the Madison Mountaineers against the Culpeper Blue Devils. As we said earlier, Madison comes in with a record of 7 wins and 10 losses, and Culpeper is 6-11 first time. Culpeper beat them pretty good. Now we get ready for the starting lineups. Gary Deal, tell us who's going to play tonight to begin with.
Nathan Amos was just announced. Then we have number 22, Colin McClanahan for Culpeper. We have Zach Eckert, number 24.
Another guy who could light it up from the corner and the outside.
Malachi starting tonight, Malachi Turrell, number 30.
Good defensive man.
32, excuse me. And then we got the big man, Quentin Butler, number 44, who has been playing well this year, especially the last 5-6 games.
All right, the JV game we'll mention while we got a moment here. Culpeper got creamed in the JV game by a score of 51-18. So that was not really good. Starting lineups now for the Madison Mountaineers.
We got Jackson Taylor, number 1. Number 3, Dean Breeden. Number 5, Jake Jarrell. Number 10, Bryce Breeden. And number 34, the big man, 6'8", Taylor Finchel.
Yeah, if he had some weight on him, he would be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, he was pretty good 4 years ago when I was coaching him in AAU. I haven't seen him play since then. I'm anxious to see him play tonight.
All right, we are just about set for the opening tap-off. It'll be Quentin Butler, and I would assume it will be Taylor Finchel jumping for the Madison Mountaineers. While we got a moment, send our condolences along to Freddie Shank's family. Freddie passed away a couple of days ago, and it's not going to be the same without him down there in that front row yelling. So our condolences to his family. Good man, I like him.
Yeah, prayers and thoughts with the family and Freddie and Steve. I know them pretty well, played against them, and thoughts are with them tonight.
Yeah, we'll jump it again there. Neither one of them hit it on the way up. Tap, controlled by Madison, but knocked out of bounds, so I think it's going to be Culpeper ball. Or it should be.
Interested to see tonight how Amos works with Quentin Butler. And hoping Amos has got some leadership going on, some leadership skills going on out there. He's a junior this year, and I'd love to see him develop into a solid college basketball player in the future.
Eckert down the lane, puts it up, no good. Coming in, knocking the ball away is Jackson Taylor. It will stay with Culpeper. Terrell will throw it in, gets it out way outside to Amos, who will take a long 3 and got it. Well, that's the way you started off with a tray. 3-0, Culpeper takes the lead.
He's been shooting the ball well, Donnie. Like we said earlier, he had 40 points a couple games ago. I can't remember who it was against, but he had 7 threes, and he's 1 for 1 tonight.
Now, what did I tell you? Billy Thornhill probably called and said, take him out. Billy holds a record with 47 points. And they always accuse Billy of pulling Mister out when he got one. But he didn't do it. I mean, that's just. Jump shot up by Breeden is no good. Rebound comes down to Colin McClanahan. Eckert wanted to take it, pulled it back. Down low, McClanahan. Amos sets it up, gets a pick, and tried to dump it inside to Butler, but there to knock it away was Jake Jarrell.
I like that, though, Donnie. That was a high pick and roll there. He had the right idea. Love seeing that.
Terrell down low to Butler. 2 men on him. Amos for 3. Nope. Taylor leads it ahead. Gerald off the glass. 2. 3-2. Culpeper leads by a point early in the first period. McClanahan way out front. Points number 1. Play number 1.
I'd like to see him go into Butler here a little bit. He's last couple of games he's had some nice drop step moves. There we go. Some roll moves, but it's going to be a little tougher tonight with going against Fincham, who's 6'8".
Eckert couldn't get it to go. Bryce Breeden came down with a rebound. Cross court. Gerald. Nope. Follow up is in by Bryce Breeden, the sophomore. Bryce, the sophomore, taller than his brother, the senior. McClanahan. Nice little jump shot there from the lane. And it's 5-4. Blue Devils by 1.
Blue Devils in a 2-3 zone.
And good defensive steal there by Culpeper. But no points. Fincham has it partially blocked by Butler, and a foul is called on Quentin Butler.
Good move baseline by Fincham that time. Quentin's got to guard that baseline. We talked about that last game. We announced, high school basketball, you can't give that baseline up.
Fincham. He must have worked hard all day today because he was a little tired on that one. Second shot coming. And could not get the roll, and Butler clears. Eckert in the lane. Ball knocked away, and he gets it back, puts it up off the glass. No. Bryce Breeden clears it to his brother. Down low, Fincham. Outside. Breeden for 3.
Got to find those shooters.
Dean Breeden, the senior. And Amos hits another 3.
Actually, that hit the bottom of the net, I think. Looked like it went in, too.
I thought it went in. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, hit the bottom of the net. He's a little short on that.
Well, they should give him at least 1 point for trying on that. That was straight as an arrow. Breeden has it knocked away.
I tell you, with Malachi Turrell in there, I might go man-to-man and try to speed the game up a little bit. I think Madison's trying to slow the game down. And, with Turrell in there, he's so quick and fast. He can have a big impact.
Breeden cannot get it to go. Terrell comes down with the ball. And a kick will keep the ball with Culpeper.
The reason that didn't get through there is because Zach telegraphed that pass. He looked over there and kept his eye on him. If he'd have kept going and looked cross-eyed over there in a little bit, he would have got that pass through there.
Out front, Terrell. From the corner, Eckert, no. Rebound, Breeden. Ahead to Taylor. And touched last by Colin McClanahan. Madison retains possession. Bryce Breeden stops and pops. No. Terrell again with a rebound. That's about 3 rebounds for Malachi.
I see him go back to that pick and roll.
Off the glass will not go. Terrell under there, fights for the rebound, gets the offensive board, and puts it back in. Tied at 7. Taylor outside for three, wide open, and he took it. 10-7 Madison. Butler moves inside and has the ball knocked away.
Good move by Quentin Butler that time. Jab step and went right. Went up and got fouled, took it to the basket strong.
So Butler will go to the line to shoot a pair. (10-7). Madison leading by 3. And now 2.
I think what Culpeper has to do in a half-court set, they're going to have to go out and find those shooters, because I think that's the only way Madison's going to hang with them tonight. If they hit those long three-point shots.
Butler puts them both in, and it's 10-9. Blue Devils are back within a point. Under 3 minutes to go, first period. Dean Breeden, the senior. And pass over there to James Thompson. And the coach grabs it. He was a shooter in his day.
Yeah, I witnessed him making 11 three-point shots one night, Donnie, in Culpeper. I think that's a record, too.
Well, he held the record for a while down at George Mason.
You shoot 11 three-pointers, you're shooting.
You are.
And you know something? He was on the first team I ever coached, 1983. He was 8 years old. He was the biggest kid. J.T. Thompson was the biggest kid on the court. I tried to get him to go in the lane and play. And all he wanted to do was sit outside and shoot the ball as far out as he could.
Well,
and it paid off.
That's what you wanted to do. That's the only thing you ever did.
And it paid off because he was one heck of a shooter.
He was. Eckert puts the ball up and is fouled. Not only that, but James is just a great person.
Oh, he is.
He is as fine a man as you will ever in your life meet.
He's good with the kids, too. He teaches them in a way that is professional and
he doesn't
involves mentorship.
He doesn't put up with any garbage.
He does not.
He does. I don't care if you're the best team on the floor. Eckert hit the first, got the second one, and suddenly the Blue Devils are on top by 1, 11-10. Little backcourt pressure now by Culpeper. Breeden stops and fires. Dean Breeden for 2. 12-11, Madison by 1. Eckert along the baseline. Oh, reverse layup. Good idea, but a little off balance there. Taylor works the end, 1-on-5, and McClanahan came up with a loose ball, but a foul.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier with expecting to see out of Amos tonight, but what Zach just did. He came in there, he was off balance, he just threw the ball up, not in control, and that's what they got to learn how to do, and it comes from developing, and they'll get that.
You know, one thing, too, nice play by McClanahan. You score 40 points, you have a tendency to want to come back and keep scoring. And Amos goes in for the basket and draws the foul. You know, the thing about Billy Thornhill, he scored an awful lot of his points off his defense. Billy Thornhill, people do not understand and didn't see him, how good a defensive player he was. He stole a lot of balls and had a lot of easy layups.
Transition.
Yep. Amos puts the first one in.
And you don't see that from kids as much today.
Oh, no.
You see, sometimes it's almost like they're playing 21 out here on the court or playing with their friends. They don't have that competitive, passionate ability, you know. And not like back in our day when you were fighting on the court almost.
Oh, Billy would fight you for every ball.
Exactly. I mean, I've been in fights many times on the court.
Mountaineers. And McClanahan came with a behind-the-back pass there to somebody, couldn't get it out.
You don't have defensive players like Thomas Reeves anymore. Remember Thomas Reeves?
Yes.
He could play defense too.
Leroy Yates in there, 24 for Madison. Shot no good. Rebound underneath. And the whistle. Ben Davidson, 33, came down with the ball. Way out front.
Got to find him.
Seth McLaren. For three. Eckert wide open. He was too open. He thought about that one too long. McLaren comes down with the ball. Gets it over to Davidson. Amos. One-on-one, puts it in.
Good left hand that time.
Tied at 15.
By Nathan.
Reverse layup. Up and in by Jackson Taylor. 20 seconds and counting, first period, 17-15, Madison by 2. Amos down the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound Yates. Leads it ahead. Taylor, or Gerald rather, and Gerald is fouled. And we'll remind everybody again that Seth McLaren is the son of Sam McLaren, who is
our planning director for the county.
Our planning director for the county.
Does an excellent job too.
Good guy.
I was talking to him the other day about Seth and how proud he is of him. And he's only a sophomore, and Sam promises he's going to bring him out to our new field house. And I'm hoping to get to work with him a little bit. I mean, he's...
Well, that may ruin him.
Well, he don't say that.
That may finish him, deal.
Don't say that. He's a good little player now.
Yeah, he is. 2 seconds.
Good shot.
Ah, he couldn't hit the basket as the first quarter comes to an end with a score of the Madison Mountaineers 18 and the Culpeper Blue Devils 15. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center. The service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine. Since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
We are back, 18-15. The Madison Mountaineers leading the Culpeper Blue Devils. We thought maybe it might be a little bit tougher for Culpeper up here at Madison. And it has been so far. McClanahan for the Blue Devils as they get first crack at the ball in the second quarter. Jaden Johnson down under. Two big men in there for Culpeper now, Johnson and Butler. McClanahan down low. Butler outside. Amos double team. McClanahan is fouled.
24.
Leroy Yates.
Leroy Yates. I'd like to see Culpeper set some picks. They did that high pick and roll early in the game. I'd like to see them go back to it with Quentin Butler. I don't believe Madison can stop that.
I think you're right. Colin McClanahan puts the first one in. 18-16. And 18-17 as the second shot rattles home.
Good game tonight, Donnie.
Yes, it is, Gary. And we are proud to be bringing it to you. Breeden along the baseline, dumps it off. Taylor can't get it. Fincham can't get it. Butler, nice move down the lane, but Fincham was right there to block it. Dean Breeden, oh, nice move, but he could not get that ball to go, didn't finish. McClanahan can't get it to finish. Butler can't get it to go, and now we have a pile up on the floor. Gary, we've said this so many times. You get open, you get down it, but you gotta finish.
Gotta finish. And,
if it doesn't go in the basket, it doesn't count.
And that was a good Euro step move by McClanahan. He just didn't finish. I mean, everything, the technique was perfect. The ball just didn't go in that time. But he was on balance, and it was a good shot.
Dean Breeden taking his time. Madison has kept the pace down a little bit. You were right.
That's where they're going to kill you, right there.
Breeden for three.
Got to find the shooters to go out, extend the defense out, past the three-point line, take away those spots.
21-17. Madison up now by the biggest lead of the night. That's 4. Eckert, off balance shot won't go.
See, that's another off balance shot by Zach. Zach's got to get out there and square up and hit those three-pointers.
Yates from the corner, in and out. Amos 1-on-4. Nope. Amos takes the off-balance three-pointer, won't go. Taylor, Breeden for 3. Can't get this one to go. And McClanahan is good. McClanahan has done a good job under the boards tonight.
That's, yeah, 4 or 5 rebounds for him on the defensive end.
And Amos taking it to the basket through the foul. 4:54 to go. We are in the second period, 21-17. Madison leading Culpeper by 4. Amos got it. Cody Dobbins, 21, checking in now. Frank goes out, or Fincham goes out. Taylor goes out. And Amos gets them both. 21-19, Blue Devils pull back to within 2. Bryce Breeden, nice little mid-range jumper there. That's what kids used to be able to shoot all the time. That was the basket on with the garage shot.
Yep.
Nobody takes them anymore.
Mid-range game.
Yep. Oh, nice play there by McClanahan. Driving the baseline and put it up with authority.
Very nice move.
23-21.
Just extend out on the shooters.
Bryce Breeden. Nope. Jaden Johnson looking for help. Gets it to Amos. Down the line, no good. And Terrell tries to put it back up. He got the rebound and he is fouled. Malachi Terrell will go to the line. He makes things happen when he's in there. I like the way this kid plays. He is just a working class basketball player. He's nothing fancy. He just gets the job done.
I bet you he runs a 40 under 5 flat too. Do you see him when he runs the length of the court? It's very quick.
Second shot is no good, and Madison clears. Gerald, and Gerald is fouled. Terrell was on him, too close, both hands. Virginia plays tonight. Don't they play Duke tonight? Is that?
Not sure, Donnie.
I think they play Duke tonight.
And they got Turl out on the point. I like that. If he can get over to those shooters. Now you got to extend out on the corner. Another rebound from McClanahan.
He's in there fighting for it. Amos for three. Got it.
Good shot. Can't leave him open from there.
Amos is he's one of those guys that you know his points kind of sneak up on you. You don't think he's got that many, but he has.
He's got 11, Donnie.
I thought we had a timeout here, but I guess we don't. .3:15 to go in the first half. Low scoring ball game, 24-23. Culpeper up by 1. Dean Breeden brings it back out. And the officials are conferring here. I'm not sure what's the problem. Whatever it is, apparently they have it straightened out. No foul was called. And one of the officials comes over and talks to JT. Taylor with McClanahan on him. Tries to dump it off. McClanahan comes up with a loose ball. Collins has played a good game tonight. Nice behind the back dribble. And now Terrell forces it up. No. Jaden Johnson trying to get, and that does. Quentin Butler. And he's going to be called for a charge.
See, that's where Culpeper's a little out of sync there. They need to set the ball back up, get it back out to Amos up top, and start the motion and the offense over again. You get in trouble when you go in and you're off balance and you're quick with your movements, and it's better just to set the ball back up top.
And Dean Breeden, he anticipated that, was right there, ready to take that charge. And he's a little guy, and Butler's a big man.
Well, that's where Nathan Amos has got to demand the ball. That's the leadership part.
And McClanahan ties up the Madison player, Cody Dobbins. And Culpeper gets the ball back. McClanahan has really played well tonight, huh?
Yeah, he has. He's hustled and a lot of rebounds, and he's got a lot of loose balls.
I'm impressed. Blue Devils by a single point. Amos fighting for a little space there and threw out a shoulder and an elbow and got called for an offensive foul.
Well, if they're double teaming Amos, you know there's somebody open, and just got to whip that ball around the perimeter until you get an easy shot.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, 24-23. Blue Devils are on top by 1. This has been a close ball game. Biggest lead of the night was 4 by Madison for either team. Dean Breeden for 3, no. Rebound, Bishop back up, no, but he's fouled from behind. Foul is going to be called on McClanahan. That is the 7th team foul on Culpeper, so it'll be 1-1 the rest of the way in the first half. Jake Gerald comes in, and Cody Dobbins goes out for the Mountaineers. Bishop's second shot is good. So we are now knotted up at 24 with 1:25 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying to take Nathan Amos out of the game right now. Jackson Taylor is on him very tight.
Eckert travel.
It's causing a problem without Quentin Butler in the game. If you got Quentin Butler in the game, you can work off of him. But if they're going to take Nathan Amos out of the game, then that's going to impact Culpeper's scoring on offense.
Coming down on 1 minute to play in the first half. In the middle, Bryce Breeden. Short range jumper, no. Dean Breeden puts it off the glass too hard.
Another rebound from McClanahan.
All over the place, 40 seconds. And he just tried to force one up and draw a foul that time, and he did not have the shot.
Yeah, it's another forced shot. I've seen about 7 or 8 forced shots tonight in the first half from Culpeper. And you just can't do that. Every possession is important.
Especially in a tie ball game.
Exactly.
And Madison will try to play for the last shot, apparently. Taylor for 3, can't get it.
Madison takes good shots, though, Donnie. I haven't seen him take a bad shot yet.
And a 3-pointer by Taylor. 10 seconds. Amos comes down. 5 seconds. And Amos takes a 3-pointer at the buzzer, will not go. And the first half is over with a score. The Madison Mountaineers 27, the Culpeper Blue Devils 24. We'll be back with the second half of tonight's ball game in just a few moments. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine. Since 1932, CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
We are back getting ready for the second half of tonight's game from Madison County High School. The Mountaineers are leading the Culpeper Blue Devils by a score of 27-24. It's a low-scoring ball game. Madison's trying to keep Culpeper's running game down. And Gary Deal, who scored what in the first half?
Well, for Madison, Jackson Taylor and Dean Breeden both had 8 points. And then for Culpeper, Nathan Amos had 11, and Colin McClanahan had 6, and probably had 6 or 7 rebounds, too.
He did. Between him and Malachi Terrell, they did a really good job on the boards for Culpeper.
I think the difference in the game, Donnie, is just that Madison's taking better shots. They're squaring up more. They're not making as many mistakes, and they're not forcing shots. I think that's a difference. Like right there, that was a great shot by
And that zone is leaving
Bryce Breeden.
Leaving Bryce Breeden open for that little 12-footer, and he's cannon. That's about the third one he's made.
And you see that Jackson Taylor is taking away Nathan Amos, and that's causing a problem.
And
that's why I would go to the pick and roll and get him freed up.
Malachi Terrell just took it in the eye. From the corner, Breeden wide open, but he couldn't get the ball to go. Amos backs away. And Taylor had a hand on that one, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that high pick and roll with Quentin Butler, that's what you need right now, because Jackson Taylor is really playing some tight defense on Nathan Amos.
He is on him like a tick on a hound dog. McClanahan looking low. Now gets it into Butler.
Good move. Oh, good baseline move that time by Quentin Butler.
He just lost the handle.
Good roll move.
And Finch was in a good position too. That also was a factor in that situation.
Well, and you got to keep going to Quentin in order to get him loose and warmed up. You know, don't just go to him once. You know, in the 6 or 8 minutes. Keep going down to him and work him into the game.
Will not go. Bench it for 2. 31-24. Suddenly, it's the biggest lead of the night for either team. 7 points. Eckert for 3. Short. Dean Breeden. 3 on 4. Breeden kicks it out.
Madison scores here. It's probably going to be a timeout for Coach Thompson.
Nice hand there for Quentin Butler to knock that ball away. Breeden way off the mark. Bryce Breeden follows up and scores, the sophomore. And that's a backcourt violation. That's an out of bounds. He threw the ball in and it hit the back of the backboard. And the official was a little late calling that, but that's a turnover. (33-24), a 9-point lead for the Madison Mountaineers. Taylor almost lost it. Gerald for 3. And suddenly Madison is pulled out to a 12-point lead. James Thompson still not calling a timeout. Off the glass, no, follow, no. Butler lost it. Trying to get it back. Scramble.
Good hustle by Quentin that time.
It's going to be Culpeper ball. 5:04 to go, third period. Remind you, Battlefield Automotive is our live sponsor, and their number is 547-3673. McClanahan. Eckert can't get free and now does.
We're back shooting that 3, Donnie. Live by the 3, die by the 3, right?
Absolutely. Breeden for 3. Dean Breeden and James Thompson has seen enough. Timeout on the floor with a score. Madison 39, Culpeper 24. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center. The service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine. Since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between. Imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
We are back. Blue Devils with the basketball. Butler on the baseline, and that's what apparently James Thompson told him. Work that ball into Butler. Now they get it into Terrell. Terrell backs in, too hard off the glass. Breeden from the corner. Another 3, wide open.
Yeah.
42-24. This is not good. Amos, too hard. Terrell, back up. Can't get it to go. Again, and he's fouled this time by, I think the foul is going to be called on Jake Gerald.
Good hustle by Terrell.
3:47 to go, third period, and what was a 3-point game at halftime is now an 18-point game. 42-24. Madison is pulling ahead. We said earlier, Culpeper had their way with them the first time back over before Christmas.
Well, Madison's hitting their shots tonight. They're getting wide open shots from 3, so either going to have to extend that 2-3 out, zone out, or go to a 3-2, or go man-to-man.
Terrell missed the boat.
Another wide open shot.
Missed that one. Follow-up is up and in by Andrew Hall. And foul is going to be called on Taylor. He's been guarding Amos real close all night long. That time he got a little too close. McClanahan will come out of the ball game, and no, he won't come out of the ball game. Terrell will come out. Jaden Johnson back in.
See, that's where you got to use that pick at the elbows or at the top of the key, and even 2 picks, staggered picks, and get him loosened up, and then let Quentin roll to the basket.
And there he rolled to the basket, but he missed the shot, but he drew the foul.
Madison's playing a good ball game tonight, Donnie.
They are playing, you know, they're not making mistakes.
Yeah, their efficiency as a team is very good.
Butler can't get it to go. Wade Fox comes in now for Madison.
Like I said earlier, I might have tried to speed the game up a little bit and go man-to-man and put some pressure on those guys.
Well, he missed both of them too, but Jaden Johnson came down with the ball and a steal. Trying to work it into Johnson, and Eckert is right there but knocks it out of bounds. And it will stay with Madison. Remember, too, one of our sponsors, Able Heating and Air. There's peace of mind knowing they're able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Taylor could get that 3 to go, and a swat there by Butler. .248 third period, 44-24, 20-point lead for Madison. Who would have thought this? Almost a steal. Dean Breeden.
Yeah, Madison's playing very patient, and they're playing at their own pace. So Culpeper really hasn't done anything to adjust.
Nice play in there, getting that ball to Fox down under. And we got a whistle. Foul is going to be called on Taylor. Trey Dean will come into the ball game. Gerald will go out for Madison. McClanahan can't get it to go. Dean leads it ahead. Fox underneath, forces up, can't get that ball to roll in that basket. Eckert. Nice assist there as Eckert puts in 2, 46-26. Blocked by Butler. And a foul is called. That looked like a pretty clean block to me. May have gotten him with the body.
Yeah, after the shot.
And going to the line is going to be Trey Dean.
Coach Breeden's working a lot of players in during the second half, trying to save his team from getting tired.
Second shot coming. Nope.
Culpeper Madison has been competitive rivalry for a long time, Donnie.
Second. No. Rebound comes down McClanahan. Turns and puts it up too short. Got it back and scores. 46-28. 1:34 to go. Devils in the press. Yates. Malachi Terrell the other way. 1-on-3. Eckert had it and lost it. Has to bring it out. Amos for three. Puts it in. 46-31. Minute and 11 to go. Again a press. Yates puts it in. 48-31, down to a 17-point lead. Now the biggest need for Madison tonight has been 22. Amos short. McLaren. Yates will take a three and can it.
That's a good looking shot.
Back to a 20-point lead, 51-31. 20 seconds to go, third period. McClanahan is fouled and will go to the line with 15 seconds left.
I think Culpeper's defense tonight reminds me of the Wizards' defense. Every shot that Madison has taken, they've had time to square up, twiddle their thumbs a little bit and shoot the ball.
That ball went down the hole a little bit and came back out, circled out as some of the starters come back in now for Madison. Breeden comes back in. Taylor comes back in. Ben Breeden is not going to let this one get out of hand. And that is 3 times we have missed both free throws down the floor in this half. And we have a 2-pointer, nice play there by McLaren. And he gets the foul and will go to the line. Seth McLaren. Went in amongst the big guys. Didn't get the free throw. And McLaren comes down with a loose ball, or steal, but a whistle. And foul is called.
Wade Fox reaching.
Blue Devil basketball, 5.3 seconds left. Time for maybe one shot. McClanahan, 2 seconds. Jaden Johnson for 2. Third quarter comes to an end with a score of the Madison Mountaineers 53 and the Culpeper Blue Devils 33. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine. Since 1932, CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
Gary Neal, the Culpeper Blue Devils scored only 9 points that entire quarter. 53-33 is our score, 20-point lead. Twice the Mountaineers have been up by 22.
Yeah, and not only the offense efficiency in the third quarter, but the defense wasn't there as well. Madison's moving the ball really nice tonight.
Breeden can't get that shot to go. Bryce Breeden.
Madison's playing together, and Culpeper is not. And another good example there where
Force up.
Amos, is forcing another shot. Eckert's forced a lot of shots tonight.
He had no place to go and nobody under there.
Well, he's still developing, and he's a junior. So next year, I think he's going to really be a good basketball player. And I'm looking forward to him next year and developing and getting better in that mid-range game, going to the basket a little more in control, or keeping that dribble alive. And you don't have to finish in one motion all the time. You can keep it alive and come out of there with the ball, do some curl arounds, do some slides down to the baseline.
Well, that looks good. They got, Amos got both free throws. The previous 3 times at the free throw line, the third period, the Blue Devils missed 2 out of 2. So at least we got a couple of free throws there. And Bryce Breeden is wide open. Blue Devil defense not there. 55-35. Madison.
That's 13 for Bryce Breeden.
Johnson, hook shot, no. Terrell right there to get it and put it back. Malachi Terrell. (55-37). Breeden in the corner, can't get it to go.
Madison's really playing team basketball tonight.
Taylor short. McClanahan leads it ahead to Amos. Lost the handle. Good hand in there by Taylor. Or rather, Gerald. Oh, nice play there by Taylor, but ball just wouldn't fall. Amos gets it at the other end. And we got a timeout on the floor with 6:19 to go in the ball game. And while we got timeout, we'll remind you about some of our sponsors. CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and horses since 1932. From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints. 317-1473. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Able Heating and Air, this peace of mind knowing they're able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. And our live sponsor, Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service, a cornerstone of our community. 547-3673. Nice play there by McClanahan to get that steal, anticipate the pass.
Give it up, though.
And then lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's where you got to swing that ball quick, and that's what Madison's doing tonight. They're swinging that ball, and the scoreboard shows it.
And the Blue Devils look like on defense they're like a half a step behind. For some reason.
See him swinging that ball, wide open shot again.
Gerald can't get it. Go. Breeden off the glass. Won't go. Davis backs it out. Now takes it to the hoop and draws a foul.
Well, see, it's another one-on-one, though, Donnie. I mean, he got bailed out that time by the foul, but Madison is swinging the ball around. They're playing team basketball, and Culpeper's playing a lot of one-on-one tonight. And they're not working the ball inside or even around the perimeter.
Davis puts the first one in. Seth McLaren comes in. Jackson Taylor comes out, pleads his case to Ben Breeden. I didn't foul him. I didn't touch him. Unfortunately, Breeden has no recourse in the matter. And Amos misses the second shot. 55-40. And foul is going to be called, I think, on Amos or Terrell. Could have been either one.
Well, Culpeper's speeded the game up, and I think they should have done it earlier, though, don't you, Donnie? They speed the game up, and it's showing where they're coming back a little bit in this game.
Yeah, well, they've got some good defensive players out there, McClanahan and Terrell, and I'm kind of like with you. It's hard to second-guess James Thompson.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I would have. Of course, I like run and gun basketball. I grew up on that. So, and we got a person.
On Nathan Amos. You remember those rivalries and those Madison teams with Sleepy Johnson and Jeff Early and Ron Medley and Joe the Toe?
Yeah. Joe Jenkins went on to kick for the University of Virginia. Amos, nice play. 1-on-2, puts it up over Breeden, but Breeden got a hand in there, and Eckerd is tied up with Breeden, and they will call a jump ball, and the arrow is pointing in the direction of the Blue Devils.
See, on that right there, that was a great play by Nathan on that. But when he got down there to finish, he was looking over here on the side. He wasn't looking to finish.
Eckerd,
good shot by Eckerd.
And I think that's his first 3 of the night, if I'm not.
Yes, it is.
And now we got a timeout on the floor. James Thompson wants to call timeout, 55-33. All of a sudden.
43. They cut it to 12.
Yeah, the 55-43. They've cut this lead down to 12. It was 22, so they've cut a 10-point difference off this lead. And with timeout on the floor, we'll remind you about Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service, a cornerstone of our community. 547-3673. You watched any of the Olympics?
Watched a little bit. Last night, watched the mogul, the ladies moguls, and watched the downhill where the favorite for the USA fell right out of the gate. That was sad.
Only thing I'm interested in is curling. I love curling. I do.
You would, Donnie, you would.
Especially the ladies curling. And that doesn't really start until...
That's just like senior shuffleboard.
Oh, come on.
So I can see why you like that.
You're getting back at me now for what I said the first half.
That's right.
Bencham, or rather, 2 points in there. And touched last by who? Culpeper, apparently.
Yeah, out of control again. Nathan's got to pull that ball back out and set it up.
Madison pulling it out a little bit more.
Culpeper's still in this game, and I mean, Madison's not playing at their pace now. That's the difference.
Touched by Culpeper, so go back for it. McLaren. Nope. Butler. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Eckerd, and that's up and down.
See, that's where you're going to swing the ball. I mean, that's or put it on the floor and take it to the basket, because that guy was right up on close to him.
He was. He had no shot there. 4:03 to go. If the Blue Devils are going to make a run, they better do it really quick. Breeden outside to his big brother. Nice play by Butler, anticipating that pass. Eckerd almost knocked away. Terrell off the glass too hard.
Terrell, that's not Terrell's role right there. He really shouldn't be shooting shots like that. He should be rebounding, playing defense, and hustling. And that's not the role he should be playing as far as shooting that ball like that.
I've got a foul call.
Unless it's a layup or a stick back under the basket. Got to play your role, Donnie, right?
Absolutely. McLaren working on Terrell. Taylor finds a lane and puts it in. Somebody asleep there to almost a.
Jackson Taylor's had a good game tonight.
He has.
Played great defense and played very smart and smooth on offense.
Colin McClanahan, nice little touch off the glass there.
He's played a good game tonight too.
59-45. And up and in by Ben Davidson. 61-45. Well, that 12-point deficit is ballooned up a little bit now. It's 15 or 16. And whistle foul is called on Jake Gerald. Gerald will go out. Leroy Yates coming in. Also coming in for Madison is Trey Dean. McClanahan at the line. 2:24 left in the game. McClanahan got the roll on that one. 61-46. McClanahan trying to get them both. Too hard. And Butler back up. 61-48.
That was a strong progression there for Butler. Like to see that more often.
And the ball is going to belong to Culpeper as Jackson Taylor tried to go in and couldn't get it up over the big guys. 2:10 to go. Culpeper trailing by 13. McClanahan stops, fires. Nope. Davidson clears the boards for Madison. Minute 45. McLaren will run the offense. Eckert tried to make that little steal there. Taylor fakes the shot.
Madison's a smart basketball team. They got good spacing on the floor. They pass the ball very well. They shoot the ball very well. And they've had a good game tonight.
Seth McLaren went to the basket, got fouled, and will go to the line. 1:23 to go. 13-point advantage for the Mountaineers, and time is running out for Culpeper. McLaren, first one in.
McLaren's going to be a good little ball player. He's just a sophomore. Got this year left and 2 more years, and by the time he's a senior, he's going to be a good little player.
There have been some really good basketball players that have come through this system over here at Madison.
Yeah, there has been.
You were talking about Rod Medley. He played tight end for the University of Pittsburgh.
Another four shot by Amos.
Well, at this point, you know, you got to throw something up.
Well, we saw that pick and roll one time tonight, and that was the early part of the game. I'd love to see them run that consistently.
Eckert falling backwards put a 3 in. 63-51.
You know, John Stockton and Karl Malone lived on that.
Yep.
And Chris Paul's living on it now.
Under a minute. McLaren has the ball taken away. Amos has it knocked away. Blue Devils will retain possession. down at their own end. Eckert gets around his man, can't get the shot. Lanahan got it and got the basket and the free throw. 63-53. 40 seconds left. Too little too late here, Gary.
Well, the way Culpeper's playing tonight and the one-on-one that they're playing against team basketball, they had to speed the game up, Donnie, in order to win this game. Make it a backyard kind of type game.
All right, 40 seconds left, timeout on the floor. And while we got timeout, we'll remind you about CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and the products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. And while we mentioned it there, we got a little more time. Culpeper got back on the floor a little quick. Live sponsor for these broadcasts is Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service, a cornerstone of our community. 547-3673.
You know, Donnie, we were talking earlier about defense, and we were talking about Mr. Shanks. Who was a better defensive player than Freddie Shanks and Steve Shanks?
They were.
I mentioned Thomas Reeves, but Freddie Shanks and Steve Shanks, you didn't want them on you, I can tell you that. You're talking about Jackson Taylor on Nathan Amos. If he'd have had one of them Shanks boys, Steve-O or Freddie on him, it would have been twice as bad.
And Steve, he was, you talk about track, he was fast as lightning. Steve was a real track star.
He was like the fastest guy in the state there for a while.
He was. Blue Devils get the turnover.
And as far as football, I mean, he was awesome.
Eckert can't get it, and McClanahan stepped on the line, so Madison will get the basketball. 29 seconds left. Blue Devils are trailing by 9, 63-54. They trailed twice by 22. And that's a turnover. He cannot move with the ball on an inbounds play unless it's after a basket. So he slid along the baseline and was called. Outside, Butler got it. 63-56.
Like to have seen that earlier part of the game, all the way through the game.
And Amos fouls. They're going to put Madison on the free throw line.
This was a night to where you need to see Quentin Butler with about 20 points.
And with timeout on the floor, let's talk about curling. You don't like curling?
Well, first of all, I don't really understand the scoring. I mean,
I like it because they yell a lot. The one guy throws the rock, and the sweeper goes down, and then the guy that threw the rock, or the guy at the other end, he starts yelling and directing traffic. Oh, it's so exciting. It is exciting.
To me, it's the kind of between cornhole and and shuffleboard. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Deal, you need to get you some culture. That is, I love curling. I like the alpine skiing too.
Yeah, that alpine skiing. The lady that I forgot her name for the USA that fell right out of the gates last night. That was disappointing because we were expecting a lot out of her.
Well,
and the one USA lady almost won the gold in the moguls, but she won the silver last night.
All right, 20 seconds left. Blue Devils trying to mount a miraculous comeback here. And foul is called. Butler. And that is the foul that they had. They had 2 fouls to give, and now they send Madison to the line. The criteria, the big thing is in, what is it, 1970, 71, whatever. North Carolina was trailing Wake Forest by 8 points with 17 seconds left and won.
I think it was 9 points.
No, it was 8 points. I was there. They won in overtime. Bill Ford. McClanahan. Butler kicks it out. Amos. Nope. And that is it. Madison Mountaineers defeat the Culpeper Blue Devils by a score of 63-56. After the first half, it was Madison all the way. We'll be back with a final recap in just a moment. Final score once again. Madison 63, Culpeper 56. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine. Since 1932, CFC Farm and Home Center.
From shirts to banners and everything in between, imprint your message on the community with Cash Imprints, 317-1473. More than just a respected funeral home, Found & Sons supports youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
63-56, our final score. The Madison Mountaineers defeat the Culpeper Blue Devils. And Gary Deal, it was a different story over here than it was at Culpeper. Madison was ready for them.
Yeah, during the main part of the game when it was important, I think Madison really, their spacing on the court was really good. They played team basketball tonight. They passed the ball. They were patient. And the pace of the game was in their favor. They were playing at their own pace. Culpeper, I
never
think,
pushed it.
Yeah, they needed to speed the game up. As you could see in the last 8 minutes of the game, they speeded the game up and they almost got back into it. But Madison played a really good game tonight.
I saw me waving there. I was waving my buddy Eddie Dean over there on the other side. Everybody has said Culpeper remembers football in the 70s and 80s, remembers Eddie Dean, one of the finest coaches in the area. And he's been under the weather a little bit, looking pretty good tonight. But Culpeper just did not have it tonight. A couple of times they just looked like they were just a half a step behind on defense, and they let some wide open shots get away from them.
Yeah, Culpeper played, the bottom line for me, Culpeper played one-on-one basketball tonight, and the Madison Mountaineers played team basketball, and the scoreboard showed it there in the third quarter when they were up by 20, 22 points. So Culpeper has got some developing to do. They need to start, I'm sure Coach Thompson is going to give in there to start passing that ball a little bit more, maybe working it into Quentin Butler a little bit more. They did a pick and roll up high early part of the game, but they only did it one time. They didn't go back to it, and they put Jackson Taylor on Amos during the main part of the game, and he plays really good defense, and Amos couldn't get the ball. They kept the ball away from Amos, and that impacted Culpeper's offense.
Well, this was a low-scoring ball game. At halftime, it was 27-24, and it had been tied at 24 until Madison made a three-point shot just before the buzzer. But, man, third quarter, Madison came out hot as a firecracker. Culpeper couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, and twice they were up by 22 points. Let's go down the scoring for our fans tonight and tell them who scored what for both teams.
For Madison, Jackson Taylor had 10. Dean Breeden had 11. And Bryce Breeden had 13. They had balanced scoring tonight. For Culpeper, Nathan Amos had 19. Colin McClanahan had 13. And Zach Eckert had 10. And I think, you know, the difference in the game, Madison taking uncontested shots, Culpeper playing one-on-one, taking contested shots until the game was speeded up at the last 8 minutes.
But the big difference was Madison scored more points.
Exactly.
And that wins them all the time. And it was a double victory tonight for Madison. They won the JV game by a score of 51-18. That was a real one-sided ball game. And they come out on top, leading by 22 points twice in the game and taking this one. Madison now is 8 wins and 10 losses. Culpeper falls to 6-12. We will be with you again on Wednesday night. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Over at Eastern View, where the Cyclones will take on King George. And until then, this is Donnie Johnston, along with Gary Deal, bidding you a very pleasant good evening. Reminding you once again the final score was the Madison Mountaineers 63 and the Culpeper Blue Devils 56. You've been watching Blue Devil Basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.